Hello people of YouTube, it's me, Dr. Funk98. I bet it's been a while since you've heard me start a video like that. Then again, it's been a while since I've done one of these. I kind of stopped doing them after a while because my upload schedule and my work schedule became very... Well, my upload schedule was never consistent. My work schedule, however, just became very irregular, and it felt like I was going to have to start making update videos every couple months or so, and I thought that was too frequent, so I kind of just quietly stopped. But I'm doing another one because there's a couple things that I want to talk about, both updates on projects that I'm working on, and more something that I touched on with the release of episode 20 of JoJo's, but we'll get to that. So firstly, videos, the thing that I do here. The three things that are farthest along in production right now and that I can use as B-roll right here is episode 1 of Bao Manga Abridged, episode 1 of Cutie Honey Manga Abridged, and episode 20.5 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Manga Abridged. For Bao, I had started it around the same time that I was starting episode 20, but that got pushed back because I thought that episode 20 was going to take me a much shorter time, given the way that things were going. But I'll talk about that later. But now that episode 20 is done, I want to get back to that. Bao is a very important project for us, and we really want to get you to see it as soon as possible. We had a lot of fun working on this very, very goofy sci-fi series. Cutie Honey in 20.5 I started very recently, and I do mean very recently. I mean...
Started soon after 20 and finished the other while working on this video.
They're both much shorter productions compared to JoJo's or other things that I work on. Other things that are in the works are obviously the next couple episodes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Manga Abridged. We're finally at Dio's Mansion, so... Another video is the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Battle Tendency JoJoneum. I had shared the sneak peek for that last year, and I haven't really touched it in the time since. Again, for reasons I'm going to talk about! And then there's also a Devilman Manga Abridged parody dub that we had recorded back in May of 2021, which we, at the time, were planning to release prior to the development of the finale for Devilman, but I kept prolonging it, and now the McRib isn't a thing anymore. But because this is the 5-year anniversary of Devilman Manga Abridged, I'm kind of pushing myself to actually get it out. It was going to be released alongside the trailer for Amon, but it needs more time in the oven. It's going to be posted on my second channel, though. I'm not comfortable. I don't feel safe with it on the main channel. There will be a, kind of redirect video on this channel, so that, people who come here will see it exists. We did it, but then, yeah, it's on the second channel. Other things that we have in the pipeline right now is another comic dub of Transformers, this one being the biggest one that I have put on the channel so far. For this, we're adapting a full issue. It focuses on Wheeljack, who has just been reawoken from a coma, he was dead, and just kind of readjusting, finding out that things have changed quite heavily since he was last online. And now, speaking of things that are in development, but are only in the writing stages right now, Devilman Amon, as I mentioned in the questions in the description and comments of that, Devilman Manga Abridged, it did end. That story we were telling in that series, that did conclude. It's that Amon is meant to act as kind of a continuation to specific characters' stories, like their arcs and growths that we were beginning to establish towards the end of the original series. It is also meant to act as a bridge for the actual sequel series. I can't say what we're going to do for the sequel series, but if you know, you know, and if you know, I promise you this, we're not doing the whole thing. We are being very, very particular in which stuff we are going to adapt from it. And we are changing a lot about it. And then another thing that we're doing is a video about Bleach. This was originally supposed to go into development and come out prior to the release of Thousand Year Blood War, but I got stumped writing it. Bleach has always been a very close series to me. It was the first series that I know a lot of people have varying opinions on Bleach and its quality, and that's fine. Everybody's entitled to what they think. But for me, Bleach really changed my life, and given it turned 20 recently, and the last arc of it, getting adapted, has put me back in a Bleach mood. It's the same reason that I went ahead with Cutie Honey. Earlier this year, Discotek finally announced that they were bringing over Cutie Honey, so, that got me going. This is meant to cover, all the arcs, and I got stuck on the Espada arc, and if you know Bleach, that's the longest arc in the series. I'm planning to get back to that at some point. I don't know when. I don't know if Thousand Year Blood War is even going to still be airing by the time I actually get to it, but we'll see. And that kind of leads into the thing that I've been waiting to talk about in this. So I brought it up very briefly in episode 20 of JoJo's. But yeah, recently I had gone on a trip, and it gave me the time to really reflect on a lot of things. The biggest of which was my mental and emotional health and how I was handling stress. So, as an artist, be that the visual arts, be that musically, be that videos, be that any kind of art medium that you do, I had been putting pressure on myself to get things out. So in 2021, I had released 19 videos. They were videos that I somehow managed to create in succession or alongside each other, which I had not been able to do before. But this was irregular for me, and I was very happy about it. I was very excited by it. I had never done this before. So obviously when 2022 came along, I wanted that momentum to keep going. In 2022, although some were shorter videos, I came out with 29 videos overall. As I look back, that is very significant, because that's more than what I did the prior year. But in the moment when I was doing those, it was a bit of a slow start after I had done the Transformers videos, and it was taking me a while to work on a couple other things. The biggest thing, I shut myself off from working on anything else pretty much, unless really dependent on I drew stuff for Easter, but I was very strictly working only on the Devilman finale for a whole month and a half, and where I did realize it a couple of times. I don't think I fully realized it to its full degree, that I was starting to put pressure on myself to get things out. So by the tail end of 2022, I thought, I got this in the bag. I finally understand. I'm gonna take it easy. I didn't do that. I had started episode 19 in late December, and I was liking it. At some point, I stopped liking it. I wasn't happy with the work that I was putting. I didn't like how things looked. I didn't like how things sounded. I hated it, and that made me not want to work on it, which made me not really touch it for long periods of time. And it was a struggle to get back to it. I chose to make small videos, for fun, but then I kind of would subconsciously judge myself in the back of my mind, oh yeah, you had fun making them, but they're not real videos. And then now episode 20. It's very much, again, what happened at the end of 2022. I thought I had it. I thought I understood it again. I did not. And I repeated the same process again on this episode that I did for that episode. And it was not until that trip that I realized the pressure that I was putting on myself. Not just in the sense of creating things, but in the sense of just my real life. I learned to take things more a step at a time. They always tell you to do that, but you never truly believe it until you have literally been forcing yourself to do everything at once because you think that nobody is going to wait for you. And if anyone's worried, by the way, I'm okay. I've had to really realize how I was treating myself and what I was doing to myself, the expectations that I was putting on myself, despite the fact that we can be way too hard on ourselves, and that's a rhetoric that, like, you don't always think about it. You understand it logically, but, like, to actually kind of take that in is another thing. So, yeah, those are the things that I'm working on right now. I'm having fun working on these things again. I'm taking it, like, easy as I can, like, get it. If I think I can do something any specific day, I'll try to do it. I'll try to do as much of something as I can. I hope you guys look forward to the things that I've talked about here. Some will be out sooner than others, but mental and emotional health is very important. It doesn't always feel like there are a lot of options to rest yourself, especially if, depending on your situation, it's much harder. But I still want to say, try to take everything a step at a time. If you're not sure where to begin with something, do something small. You'll eventually get to the full thing you want to do. Do what's easiest for you in the moment. Take time for yourself. Take breaks. Don't put too hard of expectations on yourself. I know that's easier said than done, but try to be fair to yourself, because the bad feelings don't go away if you allow them to stay. And also, not everything needs to be 100%. You know? Sometimes just do the best that you can do at the thing that you're trying to do. Just do it. Just do what you can. Do what is easy for you. Do what's believable for you. Do what you can. And I hope y'all have a good day. I really should have drank something. Myself in the mirror, and the noises around me fade. No fear for my health, never give up. Though the voices around me say it's a long shot, it'll never happen. To put the money on that as they laughing. I know I'm up against a bed, but we fighting in the streets, left, right, left.